Hello, Ethel. Last night, eh?
Oh, hello, Mr. Rogers. Could I speak to Ethel, please? Thank you. Is that my darling Ethel? Is that the girl I held in my arms last night, the little angel who filled me with wild delight?
Oh, don't be like that, Ethel. I wasn't all that late. Well, you said be there at 7. I was there by 8:30.
Well, I went home to change my clothes, dear. I thought I'd wear that suit that you always like. You know, the one I scrounged off your brother Mike.
And when at last I met you outside the hippodrome,
Well, I found that in my haste I gone and left my wallet home. And that is why you had to pay, dear. Well, you always have to pay to get in the flicks, and I'm sorry that it cost you 14 and 6.
oh, you mean that blue-eyed blonde in red who sat down next to me? Well, I don't know who she was, love. It was far too dark to see.
Oh, I may have played footsie with her and squeezed her hand a bit,
But I done it quite subconscious, that's the side you always sit.
I didn't want to go out with her. It's just, my dear, that as she got up to leave, the brooch that she was wearing caught on me sleeve.
No, I went down to the kiosk to get you a bite to eat. Well, you said that you was hungry and you fancied something sweet.
What, me flirt with the kiosk girl? Oh, don't be so unkind. It's just that she has such a lot of nice things and I couldn't make up my mind.
Well, I knew we'd need enough to last with the big film yet to come,
And that's why I took so long to get that packet of chewing gum. But when I took you back to my place, well, I thought you'd like to meet me old mum and dad, 'cause you know you often said that you never had.
Well, I tried to make you welcome, so I poured you out a gin, and it wasn't till then I realised that
Mum and dad weren't in. But when I switched the light up, well, I thought you said you wanted to watch TV, and in the dark it's much easier to see.
well, I went and switched the light out, and I sat next to you, my pet.
It was only then it occurred to me we never had a set. Well, I was trying to get the matches. They was underneath the cushion on which you sat.
Oh, you know I wouldn't do a thing like that.
Yeah, Ethel? Ethel!
Oh, with Hello, Phoebe. Here, fancy a giggle tomorrow night, eh? About 7. Yeah, bring your purse. No, not your brother purse.
Look, I'll see you outside the palais. No, no.
I rise at 6 and then I feed the chicks and I'm feeling lonesome and blue. And when I milk the cow, it seems somehow my thoughts keep straying to you. And as the horse and I plough the field nearby, your memory I can't erase. For while I walk at the rear of the horse, my dear, I seem to see your face. I'm gonna sow the seed of deep devotion, fertilize it with emotion, water it with warm desire, and then I'll reap the harvest of love. Yes, I was happy as a pig in spite of the way that you looked at me when I met you at the village dance. But you was in the ladies' excuse me at the time, and I thought I would never have a chance. But you let me walk you home across Platt's Meadow, and I knew that with you I should be a hit. 'Cause I got an old cow to get up and walk away, so that you'd have somewhere nice and dry to sit. I'm gonna sow the seed of deep devotion, fertilize it with emotion, water it with warm desire, and then I'll reap the harvest of love. Side by side we will take a ride in my horse and buggy one day. And when the daylight ends and the night descends, my horse will run out of hay. And I will kiss your lips, those tempting lips, the only ones that can thrill me. And I will hold you tight neath the stars so bright, if the wife ever finds out she'll kill me. I'm gonna sow the seed of deep devotion, fertilize it with emotion, water it with warm desire, and then I'll reap the harvest of love. I'm gonna sow the seed of deep devotion, fertilize it with emotion, water it with sweet desire, and then I'll reap the harvest of love. I'm gonna sow the seed of deep devotion, fertilize it with emotion, water it with warm desire, and then
You could hear the hoofbeats pound as they raced across the ground, and the clatter of the wheels as they spun round and round. And he galloped into Market Street, his badge upon his chest. His name was Ernie, and he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. Now Ernie loved a widow, a lady known as Sue. She lived all alone in Lily Lane at number 22. They said she was too good for him. She was haughty, proud and chic. But Ernie got his cocoa there 3 times every week. They called him Ernie. And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. She said she'd like to bathe in milk. He said, all right, sweetheart. And when he'd finished work one night, he loaded up the cart. He said, you want it pasteurised, 'cause pasteurised is best. She says, Ernie, I'll be happy if it comes up to me chest. That tickled old Ernie. And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. Now Ernie had a rival, an evil-looking man called Two-Ton Ted from Teddington, and he drove the baker's van. He tempted her with his treacle tarts and his tasty oatmeal bread, and when she seen the size of his hot meat pies, it very near turned her head. She nearly swooned at his macaroon, and he said, now if you treat me right, you'll have hot rolls every morning and crumpets every night. He knew once she sampled his layer cake, he'd have his wicked way, and all Ernie had to offer was a pint of milk a day. Poor Ernie! And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. One lunchtime, Ted saw Ernie's awesome cart outside her door. It drove him mad to find it was still there at 4:30. And as he leapt down from his van, hot blood through his veins did course, and he went across to Ernie's cart, and he didn't half kick his horse, whose name was Trigger. And he pulled the fastest milk cart in the West. Now Ernie rushed out into the street, his gold top in his hand. He said, if you want to marry Susie, you fight for her like a man. Oh, why don't we play cards for her, he sneeringly replied. And just to make it interesting, we'll have a shilling on the side. Now Ernie dragged him from his van, and beneath the blazing sun, they stood there face to face, and Ted went for his bun. But Ernie was too quick, things didn't go the way Ted planned, and a strawberry-flavoured yoghurt sent it spinning from his hand. Now Susie ran between them and tried to keep them apart, and Ernie pushed her aside, and a rock cake caught him under his heart. And he looked up in pained surprise, and the concrete hardened crust of a stale pork pie caught him in the eye, and Ernie bit the dust. Poor Ernie! Ernie! And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. Ernie was only 52. He didn't want to die. But now he's gone to make deliveries in that milk round in the sky, where the customers are angels and ferocious dogs are banned, and a milkman's life is full of fun in that fairy dairy land. But a woman's needs are manifold, and Sue, she married Ted. But strange things happened on their wedding night as they lay in their bed. Was that the trees a-rustling, or the hinges of the gate? Or Ernie's ghostly gold tops a-rattling in their crate? They won't forget Ernie. Ernie! And he drove the fastest